Hello YouTube world, it's Maria from Miami, and today we're going to talk about the top 6 makeup tips I've learned from YouTube, and with a couple of makeup products thrown in. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for subscribing. It's wonderful. It warms my heart, so thank you. I wanted to start today's video also with not only an explanation about what the video is going to be like, but also an opportunity for you to check out my makeup blog. It's going to be linked below. And I read it recently and it holds up. It's a little dated, but I think that it has some interesting stories there that you might want to check out. Don't be too concerned if the first story is about Hurricane Irma. You can skip it. The rest of them are solely focused on makeup. As far as today's video, we're going to talk about the top 6 makeup tips that I've learned on YouTube. And what I'm trying to do is hopefully provide content that benefits my viewers from the thousands of hours of makeup videos that I've watched online. So I'm hoping to get the top tips, and a lot of these apply to women over 50, but they actually apply to everyone, I think. So let's do it. Number 1 tip that I've learned from watching YouTube videos is to focus on foundation, on your base. It's important for your base to look correct. Otherwise, the rest of your makeup, you could have the best, eyeshadow application in the world, and no one's gonna, pay attention to it if your base is all wonky. The way you do that is to definitely moisturize before. You can add a serum. I do serum, moisturizer, sunscreen, and a sunscreen primer is what I use. But okay, my favorite base right now is this one. This is the Estee Lauder. Can you see that? Estee Lauder Hydra Futurist Hydra Rescue. Can you see it? There it is. Okay. There it is. Sorry, I'm figuring this out as I go. It's wonderful. First of all, Estee Lauder knows their makeup base. Forget about it. I mean, I used their matte makeup for many years, and then as I got older, I realized that you need to have something a little lighter because the makeup will settle if it's matte. Even though sometimes if I want to make it a little bit more matte, then I do sometimes use this. This is the Shiseido Synchro Skin. They have a new one. I haven't tried it yet. Okay, here it is. I haven't tried it yet, but this is a wonderful, wonderful makeup. And if you're younger, this is fine by itself. If you're older, I would think the Estee Lauder's better, and maybe just a little tiny drop of the Shiseido just to make it a little bit more matte, and it'll last a little longer as well. That's another thing, by the way. Mix your products. You can create your own concoction, and oftentimes you can create something that's better than anything you can buy over the counter. Okay, so along with the conversation about skin is the discussion about concealers. I mentioned the Glossier concealer in my last video, but another good one, well, the one that definitely is most talked about on YouTube, at least the people that I watch, is this Forever Skin Correct Dior concealer. It's wonderful. What I've heard a lot of people do is they'll use a moisturizer or a skin tint, and then they just use this to touch up. I've tried that. It doesn't work for me personally just because I want more coverage than that, but definitely as far as a concealer is concerned, it's wonderful. I don't put a lot under my eyes. I don't have dark circles under my eyes. I have a little bit of discoloration at the corner of my eyes, and honestly, a lot of that is hidden by my glasses. Makeup tip is all about brows. Do not underestimate the importance of well-groomed brows. So whether you have a bountiful brow or you don't, there are a million brow products out there, and some of them are affordable, some of them are available at the drugstore, and they're high-end as well. I've used a lot of them. I've used Benefit. And the Benefit has a ton of great products. This is the Precisely My Brow pencil, and it's a great product. I use it kind of to refine. What I've been using lately is the $1 Billion Brow. It's hefty, and for some reason I like using a pencil that's hefty, that, you know, because I used to have thicker brows, but what I like that shape of having thick brows, and this helps me. So here's, I don't know if you can see it. Here it is. Billion Dollar Brows. And another product by Billion Dollar Brows is this Brow Duo Pencil Concealer and Highlighter. It's wonderful. I don't know if you can see it. It is a lovely pencil. It works really well. I didn't expect it to work well because I hadn't heard anything about it, but it works just fine. I use it to clean up my brows, and then I use it to just, if I want to add a little highlight somewhere or lighten something, I use it. It works. I actually use the highlighter part more than the concealer part. Makeup tip that I've learned online is lipstick. A lot of people focus on telling women over 50 to not wear matte products, to not use dark lipstick. I don't think that that's necessary. Use whatever works for you, whatever you like, and make it work for you. And one way you can make it work is this other product that I found recently. It's called City Lips. City Lips. City Lips. And this is just a clear product. And you can find this online as well. And so what this does is it plumps up your lips and it moisturizes your lips. And it's really nice product. I didn't expect much from this, and it really does plump it up, and not in a scary way where you think you've got, you know, a bee bite or something on your lips. It plumps them up just enough, and they stay moisturized for a long time. And so I really like that. And so use this and then put on your matte product. Described correctly in my last video was the Sisley, what is this called? This is the Rose Shanghai 28. And here it is. It is absolutely gorgeous. Can you see it? Okay. Beautiful. It's what I have on. I'm actually going to do this. Number 4 tip that I've learned on YouTube is about blush, bronzer, and contour. And what I like to do, and what I learned online, is I like to use a product, a bronzer, that has a little gray in it, and so I can use it as a bronzer because I'm always in a hurry and I don't have a lot of patience. So what I've been using, and I've been using this for a long time, is the Cover FX. Cover FX. Do you see it? Cover FX. And this is in the color Suntan. And I'll show you because I really have loved this and I've been using it forever. And I found out about this. Actually, I'm cheating with this one. It has been mentioned online, but really I got the recommendation from the lovely angels at Sephora. So there it is. And it looks kind of dirty, but I've actually hit pan, which is amazing. So blushes, I mentioned my love for Westman Atelier and Chantecaille blushes, but if you're looking for a more affordable option, Rare Beauty makes a beautiful cream blush. This one is called Nearly Rose. I'll show you. And it's so pretty. It's wonderful. It's super, super creamy and blendable and lovely. And as I mentioned in the last video, cream blush is where it's at for all of us really, but particularly for women over 50, because it has it'll blend into the skin better, and it just gives your skin some life, and that's what we want, right? My number 5 tip is about powder. As again I mentioned in my last video, I like to use powder. I like the Chantecaille because it's so light, and it just blurs the pores a little bit. It also mattifies and sets the makeup, which I think is important. Other products that are good are the Pat McGrath. You can see my ring light. Jeez, okay. There it is, Pat McGrath powder, which is on to the powder tip, is to use a setting spray. Now, I don't do this all the time, but I have used setting sprays in the past. This is the one I have currently. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter, and I think it has alcohol, which a lot of people don't like. It seems to work for me, but again, I don't use it all the time, but there are plenty on the market. I haven't tried a lot of them, but once I do, I will come up with a new recommendation. But what works with those things is if you applied a lot of powder products, you can use a light misting of that, and it'll set the makeup. It'll last all day long, and it will provide a more youthful appearance for your makeup. And so I definitely recommend giving it a shot. And final tip that I learned on YouTube is very special to me because it's all about eyeshadow. I didn't actually wear eyeshadow most of my life, except sparkly blue eyeshadow, but that was because it was the 80s. Anyway, I learned to put on eyeshadow from watching YouTube videos. And as I mentioned in my last video, it's all about contouring. It's all about pushing back, receding the areas you want pushed back, and bringing out the areas you want to move forward. There are lots of videos about hooded eyelids, because that's what happens to a lot of us as we get older. Your eyelids get hooded, and what you can do with a nice matte palette is, you have some skin tone colors and a little bit darker, and you can do the contouring that you need to do with those palettes. Two eyeshadow palettes that I want to showcase is the Goss palette, and I don't want to blind you. There it is. This is the Imperial Topaz palette, which is lovely. I like it very much. Goss is a makeup artist. He has some lipsticks and eyeliners and lip liners, blushes. They run out right away. They are sold on Beautylish, not on Sephora, and they're wonderful products. What I like about Goss is he showcases older women wearing his makeup products, and he uses formulations that are good for our skin. So definitely check him out. Another makeup palette that I like very much is Sydney Grace's Amazing Love palette. And this is an independent makeup brand. You have to go to their website to purchase it, but these colors are great. And they have the kind of tones that you need to contour your eyes. That's why I wanted to show you this palette in particular. It has, for my skin tone, almost my color skin, and then just a little bit darker, and there's just a little bit darker than that, and a little bit darker than that, and a matte black. And that's, one of the palettes that I use to contour my eyes and stuff. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to ring that bell, hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be back next week with more makeup content. Thank you. Bye. Mwah.